What's up, everybody? It's Kelsee Briana Jai, and today I'm going to be sharing my recommendations for the Sephora biannual savings event. Woo! I feel like I have so many things to talk about. So many new products have launched. I've been testing so much stuff, and so I had to narrow it down. So in every category, I limited myself to 5 products. And these 5 products are the products that I feel like are most relevant to this particular event. I know that I've done these videos so many times over the years, and I still recommend those products. But y'all know, with the pace of products launching, sometimes you have to just be like, okay, what came out this season? Because we could be here all day. So like I said, 5 products. I have different categories. I'm going to start off with skincare and work my way on down to lip products. Y'all, I had to take notes because I could get real lost real quick. So if you see me looking down, I'm referring to my handy dandy iPhone. Starting off with skincare, I really love this mist. This is by Topicals. It is clearly Topicals clarifying and calming mist. I really like this for calming my skin. Right now, I have a little bit of a breakout right here. So after I cleanse my skin, I make sure that I pat it dry, and then I spray it with this. And this has salicylic acid. It also has hypochlorous acid, glycolic acid, zinc PCA, and allantoin. And this just helps calm my skin down. I feel like it takes away some of the irritation. And I personally feel like it helps speed up getting rid of acne and just overall angry skin. So I do enjoy this. I love the mister. I think it's very fine the way that it comes out. I have quite a bit of products here because this is a new one. I just feel like it's really calming the skin, and it does what it says. And there's several products like this out on the market, but I find myself reaching for this one the most. This is also a repurchase for me. This is Edam's Dew Dream Cleansing Balm, and I like this to remove my makeup. So I just squirt out a little bit, I work it into the skin, and it just breaks that makeup right on down as a pre-cleansing step before I go in with my cleanser. And I like to get most of my makeup off before I use my cleanser to really get those ingredients to penetrate my skin and not be trying to break down makeup. So this serves as the first step to removing all of this beauty. Like I've said several times, I enjoy putting on makeup. I love wearing makeup, but I love at the end of the night just taking it off, getting a fresh clean face, and just being able to rest. So I like this because I feel like it gets a lot of that makeup off, and it doesn't burn my eyes, and it's not goopy, and it doesn't smell like a lot. It says just melt away makeup, excess oil, dirt, and SPF with this cleansing balm. It's infused with anti-inflammatory botanicals, and it gives radiant, bouncy, and incredibly soft skin. So some people may just go in with this and that's all. I always have to do 2-step cleansing just to make sure that I get all the makeup off, because I wear a lot of makeup. Personally, I seal it in with setting sprays, and I feel like this is a good first step for me. I have really been enjoying this Tatcha moisturizer. This one is the Dewy Milk Moisturizer, and I love the Dewy Skin Moisturizer in a jar, but this is a lighter, more lightweight iteration of that, and this one comes in a pump. I love pumps anyways. I really don't like dipping my fingers in stuff if I don't have to, so I welcome this. It says this is a lightweight hydration and bounce moisturizer. I use this morning and night. Sometimes when I'm going to sleep, I may not want a heavy moisturizer on, and so I'll reach for this. And in the daytime, this works so well underneath makeup. It's excellent for makeup prep. And again, Tatcha is one of my favorite brands. This is tried and true. It works really well for my skin as it gets colder outside. And you know, when I'm outside, I feel like my skin needs extra protection, and this gives me that, and without making my skin feel heavy or greasy. So this is a fantastic product. A product that I love that I did not take out of the bathroom. Sorry. Some products I will have right here. Some of them I'll insert pictures. But this one is the Caudalie Vino Perfect Brightening Dark Spot Serum, and I feel like this works wonders. I'm a person who grows hair on their face, and I'm a picker, and sometimes that can result to hyperpigmentation, and I have to address that on the back end because I keep saying I'm gonna stop, but I don't. My skin is lighter, and so a lot of times dark spots really show up dark in contrast to my complexion, and so I really have been working on lightening up those spots, and I feel like the Caudalie Vino Perfect Serum has aided me in that process. It's very gentle, it doesn't irritate my skin, and I see results. results. And on top of that, it leaves my skin feeling hydrated and soft as well. I feel like it's one of the most perfect products to combat that issue. And if you've not tried it and you deal with hyperpigmentation, depending on the severity of it, you may be able to use this product and see results. I use this in conjunction with other products that I get from my dermatologist. So it's not just that product, but I do see a difference when using that product versus when I don't. So I would say that it's super effective and I really like it. Last but not least in the skincare category is this cleanser from Youth to the People. One of my favorites as well. I love the Superfood cleanser and I love this cleanser as well. This one is the Papaya plus Vitamin C Ginger Root Lactic Acid Exfoliate plus Brighten Superfruit Cleanser. Now I don't use this every day because this is an exfoliating cleanser and I don't want to strip my skin, make it dry. Sometimes you can overdo things, but I like to use this about twice a week. I feel like it just really helps me to slough off dead skin. The next day my skin feels super soft, very hydrated, and I feel really clean after I use this. I can tell that the ingredients are activating and it's really helping to exfoliate my skin. So I love this, and I like that it's papaya. It smells like papaya. It smells like ginger. I love that scent, y'all. I love a citrus scent, but this has alpha hydroxy acids, AHAs, so that's going to also help you with evening out your tone, getting rid of dead skin cells, and also helping with hyperpigmentation over the course of time. Next, I'm getting into body care, which I will insert basically all the pictures for that because I didn't pull those. But the Patrick Ta Major Glow High Shine Cream smells so good. It smells so high-end. The cream itself is so luxurious feeling. It leaves my skin feeling so moisturized. And you all, for my face, my skin is normal. Dare I say kind of combo sometimes, more so when it's warmer outside. But as of right now, at this current stage of life, the skin on my face is normal. The skin on my body, however, has always and forever, I think, will just be extremely dry. My hands are extremely dry. My arms are dry, elbows, knees, everything is just dry. And so when I put this cream on, it leaves my skin feeling so silky smooth, and also I love the scent. Now, because the scent is slightly potent, I do have to consider that when choosing my fragrance for the day. But because I love that scent so much, it pairs well with a lot of the fragrances that I already have. But I love it. It says that it has prickly pear extract, marula oil, rosemary extract, mango seed butter, shea butter, and rice bran oil. And oh my God, it's just fantastic. Please go touch it. It's unlike anything you've touched. It's the silkiest body moisturizer that I have. I really love the Josie Maran Whipped Body Butter because that one also is super hydrating, but to me that one penetrates even deeper. So it's not really about the shine on the body, but it's about addressing dryness of the skin with that one. And I love how it makes my skin feel, especially in the dead of winter. But I also will use it in the summertime depending on the condition that I feel like my skin is in. I like the vanilla scent, and I think it's a mango one, but it's like a more citrusy one. I like that one for the warmer months. But I think Josie Maran's Argan Oil line is just phenomenal. And you can tell that a lot of research and thought was put into that. And the way that that body butter feels, love it. I like the Fenty body butter as well. I think that one is really fun. I love that they launch new scents for each season, and some of them are limited edition, some of them have shimmer. I've not met one that I didn't like yet. I just have to stop myself from buying them all because actively I have like 5 and I reach for them when I'm going out. So that's not a body butter that I really wear in the house. Like, I use my Josie Maran for in the house, but I wear my Fenty one on a day-to-day because they have light scents and they leave my skin feeling moisturized, and I really like the way that they feel, and then they blend in so effortlessly because I'm a person, I don't like to spend all day rubbing in lotion. Like, I just don't enjoy that sensation. Sometimes I just want stuff to just work. I feel the same way about mascara. If I gotta do coat after coat after coat after coat, like, I'm gonna be bored. Same thing with lotion. Like, I need it to just kind of rub and I go, you know? So I like that one. Sunscreen, I really love the Tatcha, the Silk Sunscreen. I use this one on my face. I also will rub it on my neck. I like this one. Underneath makeup, I feel like it is weightless. It doesn't change the color of my face. This one is PA++++. It has SPF 50. I really like the way that this one wears. It almost is like a makeup prep because it gives you a little bit of tackiness if you want to put makeup on top of it, or if you want to wear it by itself. It still is a really nice silky sunscreen. This one I keep right here on my desk. This one is the Vino Therapist hand and nail repairing cream, and when I tell y'all my hands just get dry, sometimes it's really embarrassing. I'll be sitting here trying to do a video and I just look down and I just see ash. So I really love this for keeping my hands hydrated. I'm a person who washes their hands constantly. I'm slightly a germaphobe, and so my hands pay for that, and this right here helps me get my hands moisturized. It doesn't leave a lot of residue. It absorbs fairly quickly, so I enjoy that. It has a light scent, but nothing that lingers, but I just like the way that it gives my hands instant moisture. Let's move into lip balms, and y'all, I love me some Ole Henriksen, this Pout Preserve. I love all of the flavors. It doesn't even matter. Give it to me. It leaves my lips moist. It leaves them juicy. I feel like my lips don't look dry. Like I said, I can be dry and my lips can have a tendency to crack if I don't address it or if I'm not properly hydrating. But this right here really helps my lips to become supple. I use this as makeup prep. I'll use it just to throw on, you know, throughout the day. I have several of these that I just keep in my purse. I keep one here. Like, I just always love this. I do love the Edams though, but to me this is more glossy than it is a treatment, even though it classifies as a lip balm. But I love how they just give a mwah finish to the lips. I have all of these as well. I will throw these on when I'm looking for a glossier effect, like a lip gloss effect. Y'all, I'm so sad to say that this is likely the last time that you may or may not be able to find these in Sephora. The brand has closed as of September 2025. I love Amicole. That is what these are. These are the lip treatment oils, and I'm including this because these are my absolute favorite lip oils, and I like how high shine they are. I like how they feel on the lips. I love the finish that they give. It's a mirror like shine, and I'm so saddened and almost heartbroken that this brand has closed overall. But I am including it because you may be able to find some in stores. I know that my store still had a couple of the Amicole lip treatment oils still lingering. So if you go in store, you may be able to scoop some up. But I know online there's like one shade left. But like I said, check in store if you're still checking for it, because the products are amazing. This ain't got no business being gone. The topicals, Lip Soft, I love this too. This one is minty. There's one I think that's a darker color. I don't love that one. I really only like the clear minty one. But because it's minty, I have to be in the mood for mint. I do have to be in the mood. I enjoy this, but I don't reach for it all the time. It's not tingly, it just smells minty, which it can be fresh. It softens the lips, it restores the lips, but you know, I just gotta be like, okay, I want to smell mint today. But if you do like mint, I do like this, and I like the way it feels, and it's also glossy too. Lastly is the Necessaire, the lip balm. I think these function almost the same, the topicals and the Necessaire, but depending on what I'm looking for, like if I'm looking for glossier, I'll go in with the topicals. If I want something that's not as lip gloss heavy, more so lip balm traditional leaning, I'll go with this one. But again, it's minty, so I kind of have to be in the mood, but I do enjoy this. Next, let's get into foundation. I love foundation, y'all. I have got to talk about again the Haus Labs foundation. That is the best foundation that has launched in the last, I want to say, 5 years. It has blown everything out of the water. I still am a diehard Armani Luminous Silk fan. That's still always and forever my #1. But right up underneath that is the Haus Labs foundation. This foundation is just sensational. It blends like a dream. There's so many colors. The color for me is 300. It's perfect. Sometimes in the summer, if I get a little bit tan, I can go a little bit deeper, but 300 is pretty much spot on for me. When I put it on, it gives me a second skin look in a natural way, but also I can add more and build it and glam it up. And I just think this foundation is everything. I love how Haus Labs rebranded and gave me the foundation of this decade. Love it. If you haven't tried it, please go do yourself a favor and try it. It is gorgeous. A new favorite that I have been reaching for is the Lawless Forget the Filler Foundation. Now, I tried this when it initially launched and I forgot about it. And the only reason I remember is because I was going through my phone doing an audit of all of the content that I have to upload and edit that I haven't. And I recorded a short form video trying out this foundation earlier this year that I had totally forgotten about. Now, that video featured me using this foundation in a darker shade. I went back and got the shade 12, which is my skin straight up in a bottle. And this has been a foundation that I have used every single day since I got it. I want to say like a month ago. This foundation is so smoothing. It plumps the skin, but not in a tingling way. It's hydrating and it gives excellent coverage. I love this foundation as well. This is number 3 on my list at this point. And that says something. I have so many of these. This is the Dior Forever Skin Perfects foundation stick. I have 4 in, I have 3.5 in, I have 3 in, I have 7 in to contour. And when I say this stick is smooth, it's like butter. It's very sexy the way that it glides on the skin, and it gives you such a beautiful, effortless amount of coverage. It's sleek. The packaging is amazing. The finish is gorgeous. Now, this is a buildable foundation, so you can put on a little bit, blend it out, and it will look like a second skin. Or if you want to build it up and give a full semi-matte satin finish, gorgeous full coverage, then you can do that. And this foundation just looks gorgeous on top of anybody who has dry skin, one, because sometimes foundation sticks can cling to dry patches. This glides over it. Or if you have mature skin, this will look so beautiful on you. It doesn't settle into fine lines. You just go in with a thin layer and buff it out, and it gives such a beautiful finish. I love this foundation. I have normal skin. I don't suffer from too many fine lines at this point, but I do have texture, and when I say this goes on so smoothly, it gives me the most beautiful canvas. I love, 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 love. I have to talk more about stick foundations coming up soon. The newly reformulated Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I'm like, how could you have made that better? Because when they told me they reformulated, I was like, oh brother, here we go. But y'all, I tried it. And when I say they did that, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous foundation. It is similar to if the Huda Beauty foundation and Armani Luminous Silk came together and gave slightly more coverage. That's Too Faced Born This Way. And the way that it wears throughout the day is so pretty. So, so pretty. If you have oily skin though, I would recommend going in with the mattifying primer first, because it can get a little bit glowy. A little bit more than normal. It looks so otherworldly, and it gives such a pretty finish that I feel like everybody can use it. And lastly, in foundations, I have re-explored the YSL All Hours foundation and fallen in love. So finally I found a shade. This one is MW9. I tried this foundation several times, and every time I felt like the shade was kind of just like, I can kind of make it work, but it's not perfect. I feel like MW9 is perfection. And this foundation is so pretty. Like, I cannot even explain how flawless this looks. I just got to do a video and show y'all. Like, I just have to talk about products that I've tried again. This is going to be one of the ones in the video. And y'all, wait till you see it on the skin. Wait till you see it on the skin. That's it for foundations. I would like to see more foundation launches. I feel like we have a lot, but I feel like we need a little bit more. I feel like there's so many concealers. Oh my God. Like, my concealer drawer, I'm just sitting here staring at it, is overflowing. So this was more difficult to narrow down. So I just selected the top 5 concealers that I use the most, because there's a lot of good ones that have launched in the past couple of years. My one of one concealer is the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. And I'm going to be honest with you, if I had to only choose one concealer to use for the rest of my life, I've landed here. Yes, this is perfection in a bottle. This is the best concealer that I have ever used. It gives coverage. It gives a beautiful finish. It doesn't crease like that, and I just think that it's absolutely flawless. And so it's really hard for me to compare the other concealers because they don't really even come close to this one. This concealer is laced with magic, because the way that it lays on everybody and the colors are gorgeous. This one is YN9. perfect. I have other shades, but this one is the one that I reach for most often because it's really complementary to my complexion. It's about a half a shade lighter, but I like this one for just everyday makeup, and I can just do a dot and just blend it out, and it gives me light coverage, but it still covers up the darkness because I suffer from very hollow dark under eye circles. I've had them since birth. They are genetic, and so, you know, sometimes I lean into that by doing haunted kind of looks, or like more avant-garde, no concealer makeup, and kind of leaning into the shadows that are naturally occurring on my face. But sometimes I just want to cover it up and be like fully glam, and this gives me both options. So I love this concealer. It's hard to follow that up. I like the Tower 28 concealer too. It is a hydrating concealer. It's non-comparing to the Natasha Denona, and I just want to preface this by saying that none of the other concealers are. That is my number one. These are good though. This one is very hydrating. It gives beautiful coverage. It's more of my everyday concealer for if I'm not trying to look perfect, but I just want to look brighter. I want to look more lifted. This is a concealer that I'll go with. It creases a little bit more than the Natasha Denona concealer, but setting it down, it gives a really nice naturally finished concealed look. So I do enjoy this one as well. Same thing with the Givenchy Libre concealer. This one gives a little bit more coverage though in comparison to the Tower 28. I have the shade N312. This is perfect for me for every day, or if I want to elevate it up and do a little bit more glam, this does give me the ability to build without creasing too poorly. So I really enjoy this one. In the Tower 28 concealers, I have 11 OC, and I want to say this one is 10. 10 is the better match in comparison to 11. 11 for me is basically my same skin tone, so 10 is the highlight. Love the Dior concealers. I have 3 of them. I didn't even realize I had 3 of the concealers. I'm like, what am I doing with 3 of these things? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I guess I got 1 for the show, 1 for the road, and 1 for the future. Whoa, absolutely one of my favorites. Probably it's time to throw one of these away. I think this one is the older one. But this concealer, absolutely perfect. It's hydrating, it gives coverage, it blends out, and it doesn't crease too bad. That is my overall criteria for liking and enjoying a concealer. Plus, I need to see that the color matches my complexion. Last but not least is the Huda Beauty concealer. And this concealer did have to grow on me because initially I thought that it was a little bit too dry for my under eyes. But I've learned that if you do a little bit less and blend it out one side to the other side, that it blends out beautifully. I have it on right now. Also, initially I got a color that was too dark, so I felt like that was kind of swaying my opinion. So I went back, rematched for a different color, and I've been using it, and I've been loving it ever since. It is a little bit creamier, and the way that it feels is a slightly more moussey in comparison to the other concealers. But I think this is really good for people who have drier under eyes and you're looking for the coverage. It gives you a nice satiny, cushiony feel, and it wears well throughout the day. Next, we must talk powders. If we're talking foundations and concealers, I have to have a powder to set. For loose powder, Huda Beauty is really hard to beat. Her powders are formulated so expertly. They're so finely milled. They blur, they set, they prevent creasing, they're brightening. I just love all of them. I have so many shades. This one is my newest pickup. This is Cherry Peach. It's an easy bake duo. The container is split, and one side has more so of a tannish side, which is the peachy, kind of like light peach shade. The other side is the cherry side, so it's slightly pinker, and mixed together, so pretty. This is ingenious. I love this idea. You can use these powders separately, or you can twist the dial and use them together, which is what I've been doing. I used it today. If you want to see me do my makeup, check out my short, okay? I'll show you how I did this step by step. But I love Huda Beauty's easy bake powders. They are so phenomenal. I literally have like 10 of them, and I cannot not have these in my collection. And right up there with it, I can't even choose which one I like better, are the one size powders. This one is Sweet Honey. I have all versions of this powder that work for my complexion. So I have the honey one, I have the original one, I have the travel size of this. Okay, and I just feel like they're so smooth. I like these powders primarily for my under eye, and I will pat some of it on my center of my forehead just to mattify down because it doesn't leave my skin feeling dry. These powders still have talc in them, so I don't know how I will feel when they inevitably have to reformulate them because talc is being taken out of most makeup products, if not all the makeup products eventually. And I'm gonna be sad because talc is what gives you that blur. I pray that they find a way to ethically source all talc so it takes away the fear that people have that they are putting bad things and bad chemicals and things that cause irreversible damage to your health. I pray that they're able to source the talc and remove that issue because that is a huge issue. But separate topic, another day. We're going to enjoy these powders while we have them. I love me some Kelsee Cloud Set Powder. I like the pressed one. Y'all, this one, I've hit pan. Me hitting pan is a big deal because I have all the makeup ever, okay? And so if I actually hit pan on something, that means that I've continuously used it and I'm loving it. And so I love that. I have a new one that I repurchased. It's such a blurry powder. That one is a clean formulation, so it does not have the talc, but it still blurs and it gives you a beautiful finish. I don't use that powder to set. I like to use that powder to buff and just kind of blur everything out in a finished way because it does have a slight bit of a sheen to it. Not glitter, but a sheen that just softens the skin. So I love the finish of that one. I'm also really into this Say powder. It's such a nice powder. I will use this for touch-ups because it doesn't add weight and it looks beautiful. It doesn't change the color of the foundation. It doesn't change the texture. It just gives you a satin finish that knocks the shine down. It softens everything. So if you need a little bit more coverage, it can add just a more coverage, not a lot, but it just gives a perfected look, a polished look. So this one is the Say Slip Tint Undetectable Baked Setting Powder. I have the shade number 3. I used this to set my foundation today. It plays really well with all of my foundations, especially fuller coverage ones. Sometimes with full coverage, you want to set that foundation. And for me, I don't necessarily want to add more coverage all the time because I feel like I've covered what I need to cover. I may want to add just a touch more. You can build this one up, but if you go in with the brush and just buff it on, it just sets it down and it locks it in place without leaving you looking dry. And I love that this is a tinted translucent powder because sometimes as people of color, if you use a translucent powder just straight up, it can leave you with a white cast. And so a tinted one is going to give you a little bit of a color deposit and not leave behind that, okay? Because we don't need that. Sometimes we just need a little bit of color to meet us where we're at. So I really enjoy this. Lastly, for powders is a newer one in my collection, but it is a classic. I can already pin that this is going to be something that I'm going to be reaching for forever. This is the Dior Forever Nude Matte Filter Powder. And when I say this powder is so smooth, it's so blurring. I have 3 medium. This works for all over the skin. And when I say this blurs you out and it makes you look like you have a filter, when I say it works with everything and it doesn't change the tone of your foundation too much, this powder right here is gorgeous. It is so smoothing. If you are worried about fine lines, if you are worried about pores and you're like, I don't like powder, but sometimes you don't want to have such a dewy finish, check into this powder. So smooth. It is velvety. Bomb. There have been amazing setting spray launches to come out in the past year, and I want to highlight 5. So the first one is this one from Pat McGrath, which is the one that I use today. This one is the Skin Fetish Glass 001 setting spray, and this was launched to mimic the finish of the models that Pat McGrath did that just went viral. They looked glazed, and so she gave us a setting spray to give us that glass skin finish, and I love this. It is perfect for melting down the makeup, giving your skin a nice bit of radiance. And you see this glow? Do you see this glow? I mean, it's layers of things that I've used to prep the skin to get it there, but this finishing step just locks it in. I love this setting spray. Same thing with the Danessa Myricks setting spray. I don't have that one right here, but that setting spray is phenomenal. It locks that makeup down, it melts it down, it gets it to look perfect. And when I say melt, I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that in a way that it makes the makeup look more skin-like than it does makeup-y, and so it gives you that finish immediately without you having to wear the makeup for a couple of hours to achieve that. The One Size powder melt, I'm telling you that this is amazing. It's also a glass setting spray. Honestly, you cannot go wrong with any of these because they're all going to give you similar effects with slightly different finishes, but they are all absolutely phenomenal products. But this one right here takes away any hint of a powder that you may have had, and it locks you in, and it makes sure that that makeup is staying put. This is sold out like almost everywhere. You may be able to catch it in a store, but if you see it, get it. It's good. This one is a tried and true for me. This one is the Hourglass Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray, and again, it's super finely milled. It gives a beautiful mist. For me, this one does not really give the longevity of some of the other ones, but the way that it leaves my skin looking, it's like it makes you have teenager skin again. Yeah. It's something about that veil that it gives. It just softens you out. And last but not least is the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray that mattifies. And that baby mattifies you without leaving you looking dry. And if you are looking for a matte finish, not a glowy finish, but a matte finish that's going to lock you in, Charlotte, she did that. Her original one gives you a glowier finish, but this new one, it mattifies. It leaves you matte. I love that. Let's get into blush. These blushes from Rare Beauty are amazing. These are these soft pinch matte bouncy blushes, and I love every single last one of them. It's like a putty feeling, so like you press down on it and it slightly feels tacky and it bounces. It goes on like a cream, but it dries down like a powder. Love the finish, love the color range. These are beautiful blushes. If you've not tried them out, go pick out a color. Thank me later. I'm in love with the YSL blushes, and so when I saw that they had this palette, I just knew I absolutely had to have it. This one is the Couture Face Palette. This one has blush and highlighter. Look at the array of colors. It's so pretty. They're so smooth. They're so velvety, and they blend out so beautifully. Not patchy. I also love the individual blushes. I have them right there. I don't want to... Y'all, sometimes I stack up my makeup that I'm going to be talking about in my videos on my desk, and it's like I play makeup Jenga. So it's like I don't want to drop it, but trust me when I say YSL is nothing to play with, and those blushes are gorgeous. Same thing with Hourglass. I have this one on today. This one is the Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked palette, the Fox one. They come out with 3 versions, and so I just purchased the Fox one, but I use these palettes all the time. True, you can buy the products inside, a lot of them individually. Some of the shades in the palettes are limited edition and exclusive to the palettes, but overall the ambient lighting powders are in Hourglass's line, and you can buy them individually. You can buy the highlighters, the bronzers, the blushes, and customize it and just have individual products. But I like to buy them in the palettes, and I will use these all year long and even sometimes for years to come. Like, I just put away my Tiger one, and I know I got that one either last year or the year before, but they're perfect for traveling, and the formulation is so finely milled. It doesn't look like it because they're baked, and sometimes you can look at them and they can kind of look, I don't know, veiny or whatever. But I promise you, these are some of the best powders that you can put on your face because they're so finely milled and soft, but they still glow. Love them. House Labs with the Color Fused blushes have my heart. Very velvety, very pigmented, but they blend out beautifully, and I love the color range. Same thing with the Gucci Luminous Matte blushes. These are matte blushes, but they're also luminous at the same time. How do they do it? I don't know. You know, I wouldn't say that they were matte, but those are their words and not mine. I would definitely say that they're a satin finish because they give a little bit of a sheen, but not in a glittery way. Love those blushes, especially some of the limited edition shades that I have. I reach for them, and I think they're really beautifully formulated. Highlighter. I have been approaching highlighter in a non-traditional way for quite some time now because, you know, I will reach for a traditional bling blow highlighter sometimes when I'm in the mood, but a lot of times I just like to build the highlighted effect, and I'll start with an underpainting technique. And this is a product that is so good. It's so good. This is the Say Glowy Super Gel, and this product is very versatile because you can use this underneath your makeup. You can mix it into your makeup. There's different colors of it. I love Warm Glow because it has a really nice soft gold effect, almost like a candlelit effect, and I put this on underneath my makeup, and I promise you it gives life to the skin. It helps you not to look so dry or flat, and I just love this product because it's formulated so beautifully. The pearls are very finely milled, and it gives you, like I said, a very nice candlelit effect. So romantic, so good. Same thing with this Dior highlighter, even though this one is a little bit more intense. This is the Forever Glow Maximizer, and I know that this is an amazing product. A lot of people don't know about this product, but you just, you know, dab it on. You can use it as a traditional highlighter. You can underpaint with it. It's just nice. Like, Dior knows what they are doing when it comes to makeup. Like, they very rarely miss. Dior will reformulate something before they miss. I have gold. It's so pretty. Some of these products are the same products but in different fonts. And if you know what I mean by that, meaning they're very similar but yet they're slightly different. So this one is a product by Urban Decay. Same concept as the other two, but this one is the most intense version of the three. So this one is the Face Bond Luminizer, and when I say I've been using the heck out of this, I have all of the shades, but I feel like I've been reaching for this one because it's somewhat neutral. It's not warm toned, it's not cool toned, it's just like neutral. This one is PCH. So it's almost like a sandy tone, and it gives you a really nice, you see how that one is a lot more metallic and it stands out a little bit more, but it gives you that highlighted look. And I'll just pat it on top of my skin, and it will give my skin a really nice intense highlight, but it still looks natural because it's a liquid. And so I love how blendable these are. I think they look really good. And again, you can mix this in with other products if you want to, but I just have been using it as a traditional highlighter on the high planes of my face, and I like the effects of it. And for the only highlighter that is not a liquid, I will say I have been loving the ABH powder highlighters. And I tried it because I was like, you know what? I miss highlighter a little bit. I was just walking in Sephora and I wanted to try it, and I touched it, and it just instantly brought me back to loving the ABH highlighters, because y'all know how we felt about that Omri-Z highlighter back in the day. The Champagne Pop back in the day. Those highlighters were just so blingy. And the new Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter has that element of blinginess, but it's even more finely milled and it's modernized to today's makeup. And so I'm happy to see products like that still exist, and I love it. Sculpting slash bronzer. The Makeup by Mario Sculpt Cream Stick is so beautiful. I love how it just looks like melted chocolate. I love how it sculpts me out. It is more so of a bronzer than it is a contour because it leans a little bit more warm, but the color is perfect. It's just amazing, and it blends out like a dream. So velvety. I also really enjoy the Rare Beauty Liquid Contour because I feel like a little bit goes a very long way. Rare Beauty does pigmentation. Like, if you're looking for something intense, they're gonna give it to you. And I like the range of colors. That one for me is more so in between a bronzer and a contour, which is what I like too, because I don't like a traditional contour because on me it looks too gray and it can make my face look sallow and kind of just, I don't know, sickly. And so for me, I do enjoy a little bit of warmth, even if it's more neutral than it is like exclusively warm. And so the Rare Beauty Liquid Contour gives me a really nice sculpted finish, and it blends out really easily. But like I said, a little bit does go a long way. These are slept on and I love them. They are the Too Faced Melting Bronzing and Sculpting Stick. This one is chocolate caramel, and let me roll it up. I actually have all the shades. Too Faced sent me all of them, and I'm gonna swatch them for you, but they glide and they blend and they give such a pretty sculpted finish. And do you see how I'm just blending that out, and it's giving me that beautiful color, that beautiful tone. It looks natural, and I just love how smooth they are. This is definitely a hidden gem, I think. Always and forever, I will love my Hourglass bronzers. So like I said, either you can get it in the palettes, or you can get it individually. But I love the bronzers. They are highly shimmery, but they don't look glittery on the skin. They just diffuse and it looks so beautiful, like a sun-kissed goddess, like you just got off vacation. So for eyeshadow, y'all, I just wrote down Danessa Myricks. I didn't say what Danessa Myricks, I just put Danessa Myricks. If you're looking for eyeshadow, Danessa Myricks got you. Either with the new holiday palette that she has, or the sticks that she has, or either this Freedom palette. So if you're looking for jewelry for your eyes, Danessa Myricks got you covered. I have got to do a demonstration with all these products soon. I cannot wait to show you how beautiful they are. Same thing, I just wrote down Pat McGrath. I don't even got to talk about Pat McGrath because y'all already know how I feel about her and how iconic she is. She's come out with the holiday palette, her mothership palettes, just period. Danessa and Pat, period. I also love these. These are the Patrick Ta eye duos. Yes, I have all of them. Yes, I'm going to be doing a demonstration with them. In particular, I tend to reach for this one. This one is Talk to My Team. And hold on, y'all. Oh, they're just beautiful one and done eyeshadows. I will just put my finger, pat it on, and go on about my business. And all day long, people will ask me, what's on your eyes? What's on your eyes? It's just simple, effortless glam. And I love how finely milled the glitter is. It just looks really pretty. I also really enjoy these Master Mattes by Makeup by Mario. Y'all, these are so perfect for if you don't feel like priming your eyes and doing the powder and all this stuff. These are just cream eyeshadow. You put it on, blends out, you're done. You're done. And I like the color range. They're all neutrals. This one is Bisque. I have Chestnut. I have Sienna. I have a few more. And I use them pretty regularly just to do quick eyeshadow looks. And they blend out so easily. Eyebrows. I have 3 products. Just because I don't feel like I tried out a whole lot of new brow things. I need some more brow stuff. Recommend me some new stuff, y'all. My Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze Gel. Period. It's going to keep you locked and loaded. I really like the new micro stroke brow pen from Anastasia Beverly Hills because it gives you that micro bladed look and you can really draw on the hairs because it's a liquid, and the way that it dries down, it looks very natural. So I love that. And then my tried and true Benefit Precisely My Brow. I'm gonna ride with that until the wheels fall off, but I would like to try some new stuff. So let me know if you all have any recommendations for me for this event. Mascara wise, the YSL Lash Clash, I have been rediscovering and liking that because originally when I tried it, I did not love it. I think I may have gotten a dried out mascara. Sometimes that happens. I retried it. I'm like, okay, this is good. In particular, I've really been liking the brown one. And same thing with the Hourglass Unlocked mascara. That's one of my favorite mascaras of all time. I love a tubing mascara because it just really adds the volume and the length, and it just continues to tube, and it just makes my lashes look so long and luscious. But I have so many mascaras that I have to try. I actually am a little bit behind on trying out mascaras. So I have a new one from Armani, Dior, Charlotte Tilbury. Y'all got a little bag of mascaras over there I gotta test out. So I'll keep y'all posted on that. Let's get into lip gloss. And the first recommendation that I have is probably going to be shocking to many of you all if you really know me, because it is a plumping gloss. Now I'm going to recommend this because I know many of you enjoy that sensation and you like the plumpness of it all. And this lip gloss in particular, I can say that I can tolerate it a little bit, okay? So this is still not going to be something that I'm going to reach for a lot because it does tingle and that sensation does irritate me. But it's not unbearable and the results are gorgeous. The lolllll Forget the Filler lip gloss, it makes your lips look so juicy, so plump, and so smooth. So it's almost like the tingling effects are worth it. Sometimes for me. Sometimes I can't take it because I'm like, not in the mood. But if you like tingling glosses, then check out this gloss because like I said, it just fills in every line. It gives you a mirror-like shine, and I love the colors. Don't expect too many more plumping gloss recommendations from me though. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I love the Huda Beauty lip glosses. This is Sugar Baby. I have so many of them. The Faux Filler Extra Shine lip glosses. These do not tingle. They are somewhat kind of thick. I love a thick gloss because I feel like it gives you a nice shine and it lasts longer than a thinner gloss, because I feel like with thin glosses I'm just applying them all day long and I typically don't get the shine that I'm looking for. So I love a formulation like this, and the colors are sexy. I really like the YSL Candy Glaze Lip Gloss Sticks. They look like they're lipsticks, but really they're gloss in a stick form. And these are so shiny, so glossy. I love these. One of my favorite formulations of lip products, period. Because they're moisturizing, I just think that they're gorgeous, and I love the way they smell. You can't tell me that this is not Lux. I like pulling this out. It's nice. A slept on formula that's not new, but I feel like a lot of people just don't talk about these Anastasia Beverly Hills lip glosses. I'm putting on all this lip gloss. This one is Guava. Hold on, because now I gotta make sure it's blended correctly. These are kind of pigmented, but they're glosses. Last but not least are the Pat McGrath lip glosses, and Pat McGrath lip glosses have been that girl, but they've gone viral again because she put Earth Angel on all the Victoria's Secret angels for the fashion show, and now that one is sold out everywhere. But I love me some Pat McGrath lip glosses. They are so beautiful, and the ones with the glitter, go crazy. Love them. Lipstick, I feel like we haven't gotten any new ones in a while, so I'm just gonna quickly run through the ones I've been loving for about a year at least. Guerlain, I think that they are launching again in Sephora, because initially they were in Sephora, they took them away. Now I think that they're coming back to Sephora because I saw where you can customize the lipstick cases. And I love that. I love anything with customization. So I am here for the reintroduction of Guerlain lipsticks and the Westman Atelier Lip Suede lipsticks. Y'all, we need some more lipsticks. I feel like there's been a lack of lipstick, eyeshadow palette, and foundation launches. I think we're good on the blushes. Like, there's been so many blushes, there's been so many concealers, and there's been a lot of powders and setting sprays, but keep giving us powders and setting sprays. But lipstick, I still want some more. Okay, lip liner. There's been an uptick of new lip liners. So one that I have been loving is one by MPH Beauty, which is by celebrity makeup artist Mary Phillips. Cherry Cola has been an absolute pleasure to use because it is exactly that. It is a cherry cola. It is a hybrid of brown and red, and I think this color is so beautiful on my complexion, especially for the fall. Love this, and I love that it's in a wooden component because it doesn't dry out as fast as the plastics do. You know, the ones that roll up and all that. Like, yeah, that's cute to look at, but it's not so cute in 2 months when you go like this and the pencil just falls out. And a wooden component is more stabilized and it stays creamy longer. Love the Makeup by Mario lip liners. I think that those are some of the best lip liners that I've ever used. And prior to the Makeup by Mario lip liners, I was always in love with my MAC lip liners, but I feel like I like my Makeup by Mario lip liners even more because I think the colors are more relevant to what I use on a day-to-day basis. Love them. I really like my Fenty Beauty traced out lip liners just for day-to-day lip wear. The brown ones are so pretty. Peanut butter is the one that I reach for the most. And a slept on favorite are the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liners. And I feel like she's coming out with more colors, which I'm so happy for. But I love those lip liners. Again, wooden pencil lip liners are top tier. Makeup brushes. So I love me some Makeup by Mario because I feel like this video is so Makeup by Mario heavy. But he's been killing it. This brush, the F4 brush, is a brush that I reach for all the time. It is a dual-ended brush. It has a side that's larger and it's angled, and I use this for my foundation. I use it for cream products for the cheek. And then on the other side, it's a smaller angled one, and I'll use this to blend out concealer or highlight, or if I want to be really precise with my blush. But the way that this brush is configured, it blends so beautifully and it makes applying makeup fun. Makeup application is like 50% about having the right tools, the correct brushes, 25% about the makeup, 25% about the correct technique. Because you really can't fail if you got the right brushes, because the right technique is just going to fall into your lap, and then you can make products work if you have the right tools to blend it out. I just came up with that percentage. Yeah. I really love the House Labs concealer brush, but I also always love an angled brush like that. It's a condensed brush. It's compact. It blends out the concealer so beautifully. Same with the complexion brush. I've not tried the dual-ended complexion brush by Haus Labs, but the one that's the singular one, I love it. So pretty. Lastly, I've been loving this Sephora collection puff. And so I was like, do I really need this puff? And I really do. I have like 4 of them now. It has this nice tip to it. It really just helps you set your makeup. You can do touch-ups with it. Love the puff. I feel like the puff is here to stay. It is a staple part of my makeup routine, and I like having nice quality ones, and the Sephora collection ones are good. Tools, I don't have anything new, but these are just staples that I feel like you need to have, and I don't even think I have to explain. The Shiseido eyelash curler, amazing for getting your lashes to be curled. Tweezerman tweezers. You need a good set of tweezers to take out any hairs, or you can even use it to apply lashes. Slip pillowcases. Y'all need to get on this silk train. Sleeping Pretty helps eliminate a lot of issues that you may have with acne, dryness, hair, split ends. Like, investigate that. The Dr. Dennis Gross facial steamer, at-home spa night, nuff said. And the Dermaflash exfoliation device. I'll spend a minute on this one. This is a device that I just cannot live without. As a certified hairy person, I have to shave my face quite regularly, and this helps me not to get the ingrown hairs, and it exfoliates as it takes away the peach fuzz. It also gets rid of dry skin. It is an amazing product. I actually have a brand new one that I haven't opened. I have one that I've been using for years. You can just repurchase the refills, slide it into the cartridge, and it takes the hair off as it exfoliates. And when I do this step versus not doing it, I can tell a difference in the way that my makeup lies. Like, once I have my face exfoliated and the hair removed, my makeup is so much smoother, and I don't have the makeup clinging to that. It takes it away. It leaves your skin baby smooth. And yes, you could use a regular razor. You can. But sometimes I feel like you nick your skin with that a little bit more because it's sharper. These are sharp, but not to the point where I feel like you're gonna make those mistakes. And sometimes with the regular razors, you get the ingrown hairs, but with that, I feel like the exfoliation helps to eliminate that. So I love that. Next are hair tools. I love the pattern edge tool. Y'all like to lay down a baby hair too, okay? I'm not even immune to it. But that right there, it has the comb and it has the toothbrush side, so you can comb through and then you can use the toothbrush side to smooth it out. Pattern, the hair steamer, game changer. And I'm talking, I have it right here. I'm going to do a dedicated video on it. But I love it because it helps to open up the cuticle and get that product to penetrate even deeper. And so if you have dry hair, you have damaged hair, or you just want to love on your hair and do a self-care night and just really work that conditioner in, that right there, it'll have your curls popping. It'll have your hair smooth and soft. Y'all know I love my Dyson blow dryer. I feel like I cannot do my hair without it. I cannot be without that. It has changed the game for me. I'm going to leave a video below where I do a comparison between that and the air dryer. You just got to check it out. And 2 products from T3. I love my T3 curling iron. I feel like that gives me beautiful waves, beautiful curls, and it doesn't leave my hair damaged because it has the heat control, and I love how smooth it leaves my hair. Same thing with my flat iron. I have several flat irons by T3, but I really love the Single Pass Smooth X flat iron. That is one that they recently sent me, and I say recently, within the past year or so. And I use that one every single time I flat iron my hair, and it leaves my hair shiny and sleek, and it has so much body. I don't feel like I'm causing heat damage to my hair, and I don't feel like I have to keep going over it several times. And I'm a person who has coarser hair, so if I have a flat iron that's not working, I can immediately tell. Immediately. Now let's get into 5 hair products, and this was very difficult for me to really dwindle it down, but I did it, kind of. I'm gonna start off with the Amika Hydra Rush line. Just the entire line because I feel like it gives my hair such hydration, and I need hydration for my hair not to break because my hair can get very dry, very brittle. I have chemically processed hair. I do a relaxer, and so I always have to really be cognizant of not over drying and over treating and over styling my hair. And the hydration line from Amika really helps me balance that and maintain my length. Same thing with the Pureology Color Fanatic Heat Protectant. I use that after I rinse out my conditioner. I wrap my hair up in a hair towel. I get some of that water out. Then I go in with the Color Fanatic Heat Protectant. And it says it's for colored hair. I don't have color in my hair anymore. I don't bleach my hair or anything like that. But I still use this product because it really helps to protect my hair from the heat. And it makes it soft. I really like this to protect my hair from the heat. As I'm styling my hair, I do tend to use heat regardless if I put my hair in a ponytail or wear it straight, just because I feel like it makes it a little bit more manageable and not as hard to manipulate. Because sometimes if I don't use heat, it could be very difficult to put my hair in a ponytail or even wear it straight. So this helps me mitigate any damage that I may be causing, and I really like this product because it's conditioning without making my hair feel weighed down. I love Color Wow's Money Mask. I have gone through tub after tub after tub after tub because I'm a person who does not shy away when they put conditioner in their hair. Like, mask me up. I normally will get maybe 3 uses out of a tub of conditioner. I know everybody doesn't use that much, but for me, I rather just put the product on and just reap the benefits because my hair absorbs it. I have a lot of hair, so I section it off and I'll put a lot on one section, a lot on another section, a lot on the back, a lot on this side. You know, I do quadrants. Sometimes I split it up into 3s in the front, 3 in the middle, 3 in the back, depending on what I feel like my hair needs. And when I say that mask leaves my hair so soft, love that mask. And the last product that I have been loving and that I recommend to you all is the Crown Affair Air Dry Hair Mousse. And I love some mousse to put my hair in a ponytail. I feel like it gives me the sleekest effect. I go in with mousse, rub it, get it, you know, to sleek it back. That gets my hair really emollient. I get to comb it out and really sculpt it. Then I go on top with some gel to lock it down. I take a little bit of edge control and bam, there's your ponytail. That mousse leaves my hair so silky smooth. And I also can use that mousse for a roller set. I don't do a lot of roller sets these days, but if I did, that mousse will leave my hair so soft, so smooth. I love how silky it feels. Crown Affair makes some really good products. I think I want to do a roller set tonight, actually. I do have one last category of 5 things that I'm still investigating. So one is Rhode Beauty. I am still trying out all of the products from Rhode. As it stands though, I really am in love with the blushes. Everything else is still up for debate. I'm still testing out the skincare. I'm still testing out the lip liner. I'm not feeling like I love it, but I will test out more. I'm testing out the lip products. I like the lip products, but I'm kind of on the fence because I want to make sure that they are reformulated to not be grainy like the original ones were. So I will report back on that in a dedicated video. I also have to test out Hung Van Gogh's line, and I bought quite a bit of items from his line, but I just have not touched them just because of the sheer amount of things that I have to do. I'm sorry. I want to test things out. Everything looks beautiful. I just haven't played with it, so I can't recommend it. Same thing with the Glossier Cloud Paint Blush. I have like 5 shades. As soon as I touch that, I'll be able to let you know because again, it's like that putty feeling. So either I'm going to like it or I'm going to hate it. It's really not going to be any in between with that. So we'll see. I have the Dior Face Palette, the new highlighter. I've not put it on my face. I have swatched it. I've swatched it. For me, it feels a little bit more glittery, a little bit drier than the original one did. I will report back, but as it stands now, I don't know that I'm going to love that just because it kind of feels dry, looks glittery, might emphasize texture. I'll let y'all know. And lastly, I have to try out the Haus Labs Contour Stick, which I have all of these things. I just gotta test it out. Can't recommend it without thoroughly giving it a real go. Can't tell y'all to go buy something that does not weigh well on my conscience, so I've got to test it out before I let y'all know. But as it stands, that's everything that I recommend. That does not include any of the older things. These, I tried to stick to mainly relevant things. I did include a few things that I just have been loving for a long time, but for the most part, these are all new products and new launches. So if you all are interested about anything else that I did not talk about in this video, 9 times out of 10, I have it. I still got to talk about it. Oh, this is something else I got to talk about. This Natasha Denona Eye Sculpt Texture and Tone Palette. I have tested this out twice. It is good. But they are simple colors, so if you don't need that, then maybe you don't need it. But anyways, let me know if you have questions about anything, because just because I didn't talk about it does not mean I don't have it. I have almost if not everything. So I look forward to reading what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. If you have, I know this one was a long one. My recommendation videos typically are, just because it's so much information I try to jam pack into one video. Maybe for the next event I might have to do two. We'll see, depending on what you guys have to say. But I do appreciate your support. I will have links for mostly everything in the description box. It does help to support the Kel Belle community if you all shop through those links, because it keeps us going. It keeps me being able to purchase all of these things to provide reviews to you guys, and I appreciate your support in that way. And even if you don't support in that way, I appreciate you watching and thumbs up in this video and subscribing. And I will check you all in my next video, which will be super soon. Smooches. Happy shopping.